Who here has ever used one of these? This is a typewriter. 30 to 40 years ago, every single document you saw that was not handwritten was probably written on one of these. You needed a particular set of skills to use this machine, namely fast typing, accurate typing, and design planning. If you made a mistake, you either got a can of whiteout or you threw out your paper and started over again. Who's used these products? Laptops and tablets allow for portable editing of your document regardless of your location, provided that you have a power source. Microsoft Office allows for real-time editing of your documents at any point. You can change font, size, spacing, and design options with the click of a button. Though the skills you need to use these are similar to a typewriter, which you need to master them can vary greatly. Technology is constantly changing, but how technology affects the messages that we send has largely and will largely remain the same over time. There are four factors to consider. There are four factors about how technology affects our message.
Good evening. Imagine this scenario. You've been appointed project lead on a very high visible, extremely important project in your company. This is the very first time that you've been appointed project lead, so the pressure is on to do an amazing job and impress your boss with your leadership skills. However, as the project gets underway, you have a huge problem on your team. One person is not doing his fair share of the work. He's missing deadlines, he's dragging down the entire team. As you have a deadline approaching, this is becoming a huge problem, and you know you have to get to the bottom of this. So you have to sit down and have a conversation with him about what is going on and why he's not doing his fair share of the work. Now, would you believe me if I told you that how this conversation ends is a key indicator of how successful you will be? Well, it's true, because what you're about to have is a crucial conversation. Now, crucial conversations are so extremely important because mastering crucial conversations will make you more successful. Now again, mastering crucial conversations will make you more successful. Now, why is this true? This doesn't really seem to make sense. The reason this is true is because these crucial conversations occur every day in our personal and professional lives, and how we handle them is a key indicator of how successful we'll be. If we master crucial conversations, we'll become better leaders, we'll be better partners, and we'll also be better parents. So we have got to master crucial conversations.
My name is Alex Reed, and I'm here to talk to you about crisis communications. So I have read not one, but two books about crisis communication. And I can tell you that although they take a very different approach, one takes more kind of a textbook approach, the other takes more of sort of a novel or an editorial approach, they both come down with a very similar message. So I'm going to boil that down for you and explain it. And the best way I can do that is with one sentence, actually. And that is, own your message before someone else does. What do I mean by own? It's actually a patent-pending acronym that I just created called OWN for Opportunity, Right, and Now. I'm going to explain what I mean by this in just a minute, but first I kind of want to answer a question that maybe you're thinking to yourselves right now, which is, Alex, I don't work in the communications department for my company. I don't have a crisis. Why do I care about crisis communication? I'll tell you. Because it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you work for, what you do in your life. There will be a crisis at some point. You could be the most powerful person in the world on the Republican side or on the Democratic side. You could be a celebrity in Hollywood. You could be the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar global corporation like the BP oil spill here, and you will still be affected by a crisis. And if you can't identify with any of these people, well, guess what? Crises affect your personal life as well. Are you a loved one? Are you a child? Are you a parent? Odds are you will experience some kind of crisis in the very near future. And what I had to tell you here today will actually be applicable, at least to some extent, to your personal lives as well as your professional lives.